supposed to be done. I'm sure several of you watched the Super Bowl, and like me, were absolutely embarrassed when the lady didn't know the words to our national anthem. It was just amazing. I'm sure she was embarrassed, at least I hope she was afterwards. But that wasn't the worst of it. The worst, did you notice when the camera was panning the crowd? I mean, I was absolutely disgusted. I thought my wife, and I would probably tell you that she could hear my heart pounding as my blood pressure went up, but she couldn't because I was yelling at the television. More than half of the people, as they panned the audience, were just standing there looking around. And the worst were the ball players. And some would say, well, you know, they were in the zone, they were focused on what they were going to do, that was really important. Rubbish. If you haven't got 2 minutes to think about what the country has done for you and the freedoms that we have been given, then you're living in the wrong place. So those are the ball players. Yeah, okay. All they do is make a few $1 million. But how about the fans? I couldn't understand it. I'll bet you all of them were American citizens, or most of them. Most of them had a mother and father. Most of them went to school, so they had a teacher. So when is it they forgot who the hell we are? When did they forget that it's the right thing to do now and then to pay a little respect to your country and to those who have given their lives to support it? It's easy to go down a slippery slope. It's really hard to go up a slippery slope. Abraham Lincoln did it. The country torn apart, but he still rolled up his sleeves and led the country back up a slippery slope. Ronald Reagan did it. Tough times, but he had good advisors, common sense, he worked hard, and he led the country back up a slippery slope. Now, if you don't have a strong leader, then there's only one organization left to do that, and that's us. We the people. We've made a toehold last November in trying to get things stopped, but there's not a lot of traction yet. We elected some really good folks who are going to help us get America back on track. But we're going to have to help. We're going to have to do things like not ask them to do special favors for us when they're trying to dig us out of a terrible economic quagmire. We're going to have to share a little bit of the pain, and we're going to have to help them stay focused on the bedrocks of the country, the Constitution and our flag, which represents the country, and it's a symbol of each and every one of us. So each time you have the opportunity, think about what you're saying in those 31 simple words, the Pledge of Allegiance. And if you see somebody around you who doesn't understand it, kick them. And get them straight.